Welcome back to Truck Central. Mr. Justin Wheeler here in the 2019 Ram 1500 Limited High Mileage Edition. Guys, it's been a little while since we did the 200,000 mile update. I've been getting a lot of questions about how's everything running? What mileage are you at? Have you had any more problems? So I wanted to take a second to address a few of those things, plus loop you in on some news both on the truck specifically and the channel as you know it, and talk about what's coming up going forward. Before we get into it, I do want to say thank you to Real Truck. As you know, they are the sponsor this season for Truck Central. So after the video, click the link in the description and buy yourself something nice. Alright, so we are officially at 218,367 miles. Over 218,000. We are also at over 6,380 hours of runtime on this non-e-torque 5.7 liter Hemi. Only 4,560 of those are drive time, but still 6,380 hours running. To put that into perspective, because it's not uncommon to see a car or a truck with 200,000 miles. If I actually look out here right now in front of me, I own I own 4 vehicles with over 200,000 miles. That's nothing special. But what's different about this is that it's only 4 years old. I bought this, in fact, this month marks the 4-year anniversary since I bought this truck new. If we were to break that down, that averages out to be 149 miles a day every single day for the last 4 years. 149 miles. Engine hours, let's do drive hours because it's 4,560. That's just a little over 3 hours a day every day. So I know obviously I don't drive 3 hours every day. I don't drive 149 hours every day, but that is just the average. And I'm not even backing out the month that it was in the body shop when I got rear-ended. It has cumulatively been in the shop for recall repair work, probably 3 weeks, almost a month. So there's 2 months that this truck hasn't even been on the road in the last 4 years, and we're still at those insane numbers. It is just nuts. So has anything gone wrong since the last update? Yep, we've had 2 problems with the truck. Nothing major. It's obviously still driving, but it did kind of ground me for just a little while. I'm not going to go into that right now. We'll probably do a whole separate video, maybe 2 videos, talking about the new problems, and these are probably going to be common problems as these trucks hit 200,000 miles. You're going to see more and more of this, so I think I'm kind of on the leading edge of those wear and tear type repairs that just need to be done, and that's just part of it. So I mentioned it's 4 years since I bought this truck. That also means one really, really important and awesome for me thing. I've got 1 truck payment left on this thing. I financed it for 4 years. Some people might think it may not be smart to finance a vehicle and then beat the brakes off of it like I do this truck. But the interest rates were low. I didn't mind making the payments. And here we are, 4 years later. I got 1 more to go. And that kind of leads me to the next thing to talk about. There's going to have to be another one. There's got to be a successor to the great Dusty Dodge. Not because it won't keep going, but because I need something as reliable as possible for what I do. I even though this thing, I could drive it to California and back today, and I wouldn't hesitate. Parts are getting old, and it's just not a smart from a business perspective. I use this for work. My truck has to be reliable. Good news is I'm not letting this thing go. I'm not trading it in. I'm not selling it. We're just going to keep it. It's going to stay in the family. This kind of has a special place in my heart because it was the very first vehicle I ever bought brand new. I never thought in my whole life I would ever buy a brand new vehicle, and I finally was able to, and this was the one, and it's been great. So I'm not letting it go. I'll probably pass this down to my oldest son. My plan is to get it to 250,000 miles. We will continue to make videos on it. We're going to do things like the transmission service, oil analysis. We're going to finally get into that thing. We're going to see just how much life I had left. Could I have left it? Is it truly a lifetime fluid? I think we all know the answer to that is no, but the transmission still works great. So I'm going to take one for the team, and we're gonna send that oil off to be analyzed. I say take one for the team. I'm gonna service my trans. That's what I should have done already anyway, and that will kind of give people a gauge, a benchmark for, is it safe to weight 200? Should they go ahead and do it at 150 or 60 or 80 like they say you're supposed to do? We'll find that out. Also, there's some other stuff we're going to do. We've got some more mods and stuff we're going to do this truck. Because it's getting up there in age, things like ball joints and suspension components are eventually going to wear out. This set of tires here in the next 3 or 4 months is going to need to be replaced. I think I'm going to be ready to have a little bit more fun with this. We'll probably finally lift it, maybe get a set of aftermarket wheels and tires. Something I've always wanted to do, but I just haven't made the time for it. But we'll wrap all this up. We'll do 250,000 mile updates, continue to report on what's broken, do a few more mods while we're in the market for the next thing. To that point, you're going to see some different vehicles on the channel. They may be some potential replacements for this, or potential new vehicles for me to drive. They may be some of the other stuff I've acquired. Little secret for you, over the last year or so, we have brought in a lot of trucks. I've got more Chevys sitting around here than I can shake a stick at. In fact, I've got a Chevy from the 70s. That's one from the 80s, 90s. Got a 2000s back at home. Man, we got a lot. And we're going to be doing videos on those as well. So we'll have some new trucks that are different makes and models. And then we've just got a slew of Chevy stuff coming from across 4 or 5 different generations. So a lot of fun stuff coming up. Don't want to tell you what each truck is yet. You'll have to stick around to see that. So please subscribe if that's something you're interested in. And this is generally the point in the video where I again say thank you to our sponsor, Real Truck. Today I want to do it a little bit different and give you guys a little bit more information, a little more background on the relationship between Truck Central and Real Truck. Real Truck has been our sponsor for almost 3 years now. And in the YouTube world, that is uncommon, unheard of, really. So I just want to say that when I say thanks, Real Truck, when I tell y'all to go to Real Truck, I'm not just saying that because that's what they want. I'm saying that because they're a good group. They're good dudes. They know trucks. They have the same interests we do. And without them over the last 3 years, we wouldn't have been able to make half the videos that we've made. And they're going to be critical to helping us produce all the stuff that we have planned for the rest of the season with this truck, the new truck, the Chevys. I mean, it's going to be balls to the wall, and they're going to help us get there. So if you need a tonneau cover, if you need side steps, if you need intakes, tuners, mud flaps, and floor mats, click the link in the description. That helps me a lot, that helps the channel a lot, and that helps our partners over at Real Truck a lot as well. So click the link, get yourself something nice, leave me a comment down below. I look forward to talking to you. And as always, thanks for watching.